Everybody, welcome to Read-Aloud. Today's book is going to be Jacob's Fantastic Flight. I'm so excited to read this to you. I think the illustrations or the pictures are fantastic and they go great with the storytelling of the book. So I'm so super excited to read this to you guys. Let's get right into it. Jacob could fly. That might sound crazy, but it's true. Jacob could fly. The first time Jacob ever flew, he was still a baby. His parents were actually hoping he would finally start crawling, but he never got around to it. He just flew off instead. At first, his parents were pretty concerned because having a kid like that was a little odd, but they soon got used to him flying and figured, so be it. He's our son and he's perfect just the way he is. One winter, his family decided to take a vacation, somewhere warm, somewhere sunny, somewhere by the sea. So Jacob and his parents booked a nice hotel on the Mediterranean. Jacob didn't want a plane ticket. "I'll fly there myself," he said. "Well, well, well," said his mother. Then it was time to pack bags and suitcases of clothes, swim stuff, toothbrushes. As for Jacob, his backpack was filled with essentials: cheese sandwiches, water, and a compass, just in case. Jacob went on with his parents to the airport, where they all kissed goodbye and wished each other safe travels. The airplane whooshed away, and then Jacob took off too. Jacob passed the time on the long flight by counting animals. First he counted 15 cows and gave them a friendly hello. Later he shared his sandwiches with 31 squirrels. A little later, the squirrels were all back on their branches, bellies full, when Jacob spotted something very exciting: 83 birds on their way to Africa. "I think I'll fly with them," Jacob decided. And that's exactly what he did. He joined the 83 birds soaring over high peaks and low valleys. He saw blue mountain lakes and golden wheat fields and smelled meadows full of flowers. Beautiful. Flying with this daredevil flock of birds was incredibly fun. They traveled great distances, took leisurely breaks, and had lots of pleasant conversation. They chatted and chirped, fed and frolicked. Goodness, what a wonderful trip! But then something happened, which unfortunately does from time to time. Mr. Mortar, a notorious bird catcher, was up to his old shenanigans. It wasn't long before a little bird blundered into his nest. "I'm the most talented and terrific bird catcher around," Mr. Mortar thought as he happily made his way home. His house was full of birds because the bird catcher loved their chirping. He simply couldn't get enough of it. When Jacob and the birds took their lunch break, they immediately noticed something was wrong. It came clear as they counted off. One little bird was missing. It was Hubert. Luckily, birds are smart and they stick together. It wasn't long before they had tracked down their missing friend. Jacob knew exactly what to do. Each bird gave him a few feathers, which he attached to his clothes. Soon he was covered with feathers. The last thing Jacob did was make a beak. His disguise was complete. Off he flew to the bird catcher's house. When he got there, he swooped in front of the living room window a few times, chirping a pretty tune. Mr. Mortar burst out of his house. "What a rare specimen," he cried. "That is just the bird I need for my collection." In his excitement, he forgot to close the front door. The entire flock dove into his house and flew back out with countless cages. In a flash, the birds disappeared in all directions. Talk about a happy day. Word spread quickly across the bird world that the birdcatcher had finally been bamboozled. Birds came from far and wide to celebrate. The time had come for Jacob to say goodbye. His parents were waiting for him, after all. Little Hubert went with Jacob because he'd always wanted to take a vacation, somewhere warm, somewhere sunny, and somewhere by the sea. After a few hours of flying, Jacob finally spotted the sea. Not long after, he spotted his parents too. Gosh, they were ever so happy to see each other. They hugged and kissed, then hugged and kissed some more. Then it was finally vacation time, the way a vacation is supposed to be. Jacob and Hubert splashed in the waves, lounged on the beach, played mini golf, drank tons of lemonade, and went to bed late every single night. Over and over, Jacob told his parents all about his exciting journey. When it was time to go back home, Jacob didn't feel like flying there on his own. After all, school was starting on Monday, and it was better to be well rested for that. As for Hubert, he really wanted a window seat, and he got one too. And that is the end of the book. I hope you enjoyed Jacob's fantastic flight. Thank you so much again for joining me, and see you again soon. Bye, everyone.